Good.
Okay. Hello everyone. So I'm Dr. Grace, and I just want to ask you guys, what do you think DNA does? Just, what do you think?
It's a map.
A map? Anything else?
Carries the code.
Carries the genetic code? Absolutely. Anything else?
Basic patterns of our existence.
The basic pattern of our existence. Yes. So, DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. So, DNA is within the nucleus of every one of our cells. So we all think that DNA is just the genetic code, like, our genes from our parents. But the genetic code doesn't just hold our genes from our parents. They also do this really essential and underrated function called DNA transcription and translation. Basically, this process synthesizes proteins which are responsible for virtually every cellular function. So our digestion, our immune response, our energy production, our formation of our cells and our tissues, our cell growth, our cell repair, and even our cell signaling. So how our cells even communicate with each other. So these are pretty important things, right? Would you agree? Yeah. They're pretty important. And so the process of transcription is the first stage of gene expression, where our gene's DNA sequence needs to be copied into another template, which is called messenger RNA transcript. It's another transcript, which then carries the blueprint to then go and create proteins. Okay? And this is an extremely vital process, because if there's an error in the process, you either miss a protein or you have a mutated protein which causes disease, such as autoimmune or cancer. And a fun fact, it's not that fun, but as we get older, there's more and more errors in the transcription and translation, and they accumulate. And that is like contributing to the process of aging and the decline of cellular function. Okay, makes sense? Yes? Great. Okay, so our transcription process, we have copied the DNA template, right, into an mRNA transcript. That transcript then has to go through a process called translation, which uses the information in the transcript to then go and create a protein or an enzyme, right? So that's the process of translation. Basically, it is making sure that all your amino acids are in the right order to then go and create a functioning protein or an enzyme. And so after this process of translation, it might need to go through some modifications, such as cofactors or coenzymes, to create an active enzyme, which can then go and start catalyzing chemical reactions necessary for every basic human function. Okay, so I think, based on the facts, we can all agree that DNA is pretty damn important, right? Yeah. But guess what? That's not even all DNA does. DNA, like my mom mentioned, is biophotonic, meaning that it emits these ultra-weak photons, or light particles, without any external stimulation. These emissions are a form of biological communication, which helps in cell signaling, how cells talk to each other. And not only that, but the DNA is a helix, right? It's like a double helix. It has a coil-like structure full of electrically charged molecules like phosphate, which then gives the DNA its own magnetic field. And it allows it for it to resonate with sound vibrations. So the DNA basically acts like an antenna for frequencies, and certain frequencies can even change the DNA's structure. It can even increase ability to repair itself after damage. It can even loosen the tension of the double helix, and it can even increase its biophotonic emissions, which then influences gene expression. So all of this is just to say that our DNA is a quantum resonator. And it has actually a specific frequency called the DNA repair frequency, which is 528 hertz. Guess what else is 528 hertz? Yes, the heart. What emotion is related to the heart? Love. Love also resonates at 528 hertz. And what do you think Lama Tendar is doing here? I want to ask you, why do you think Lama Tendar is here today? Why is he here with us in Madhuraba when he should be with His Holiness the Dalai Lama? What makes us special? Is he here because he needs to be? No. Is he here because he thinks we all deserve it? No. He is here out of love. And I'm not just talking about love as the human emotion, but love is the state of his being. So when he chants thousands and thousands of holy scriptures, he is transmitting to you the frequency of love. And guess what? Every cell in your body, every strand of your DNA resonates at that same frequency, the 528 hertz, the DNA repair frequency. Understand? So when he's chanting, he is not just transmitting his love to you on a cellular level, he's also regenerating and repairing your DNA and the DNA of all your future generations. That's not a luxury. That is a necessity. He is a spiritual surgeon. He's conducting spiritual surgery. So when he chants, right, your cells are resonating with his chanting of love. All your cells vibrate as love, right? Then what happens to you? You are love. You become love, right? So anything that is not love cannot live in you. Anger, fear, worry, pain, sickness cannot live in you. So you have already come here to invest in your health and invest in your family's health, which is the first step. But the second step is to be present. Bask in the love, the grace and the magnitude of his love to you. And allow yourself to become that love. Because at the end of the day, that's all you really are, isn't it? You are love. Everything else is pretty much bullshit. Right? Isn't it? So I hope that you guys now understand a little bit better on how DNA works, how DNA can conduct light, and how Lama Tendar's sound frequency can actually repair your DNA from the very beginning, and the DNA of your children. Okay?